still establish your long range and defense first.
Yeah.
And then same thing, really see how we go with the circulars. And then see how close I can get and really vary the speed. Yeah. My main focus is still the parry hand and the spine more on the offense. So I want to see how much defense I can get my parries and bowls and point range. Yep. Punch on the small among on the feet with the popos. So without the step, now the left hand's useless.
Yeah.
But if I do a step on the beginning of mine here, you pull back and try to come over. I can maybe because I stepped. If I do this, there's no way that can be involved. So I might have to time like this. You can time it on the step and make them retract to get away from it. You maybe can get around. Yeah. So it means you're going to do that step, simultaneous step and offense. But you don't have to go fast if you do. I'm trying to just see how I go.
Maybe something.
That was the first time I've done this instead of just a passive circle.
Yeah.
I've almost punched the last part through.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is for you? Before it looked like your vertical, these were in the middle and your head was really out. I think you were lower, so it made your head on the side and your head on the side. At the moment, you look a little bit more in the middle. Like your posture's up a bit more.
I'm not moving forward.
Put your head out more to the side and go a little bit lower. Yeah. You don't have to go any faster, but I think, that's what it looked like before. So now, your head's not a target the whole time, and before it looked like it was just sitting there. I didn't see that stub. They just passively served me. Once again, your head movement now is serving you. I would have done that last stab would have got you before. It makes me feel comfortable getting behind sometimes.
Yeah, trying
coming in. Exactly. Because like you have an advantage behind, but if you just reach, you're in trouble. But if you think get off the line,
try and get in.
Like, instead of just going here and back, that could get you countered and come back.
Yeah.
It's still valid, and occasionally I will just go, alright, he's timing my steps, just reach. But at the moment, I think it's more beneficial that as I'm going like this, to go kind of simultaneous. Yeah. That step in's really helping. I feel like I'm not even thinking about the step, I'm just doing it and making sure that I'm timing it as one of these is coming through, your head's off the line, so you look way safer. You're in range, but like,
I've got to do it at a bit faster pace.
Yeah. I'm bouncing between two at the moment.
Yeah. There's one where you go really fast, but then you're slower, and my slower is a bit faster.
Yeah, but once again, you got to figure out your own paces for it. I think I go like 40% and 70%. I think you're better at 50 and 80, almost 10% faster in both areas. Yeah. I've almost done a lot more pauses.
Yeah.
Like I'm still doing this, but I'm almost just looking and then just doing that and then just leaving the steel and going like a lot more broken between the part instead of just chaining it. If you were chaining offense at me, I would probably go back to the faster one just to keep myself safe. But I think it's giving a bit more baits and it's giving a lot of broken rhythm and weird looks. It lets me think, and sometimes I realize I'll be here and I could either go spine or I could do a bump and chest. But yeah, just interesting. I don't get that out. Just above the hand. I followed the retraction.
Yeah, I've stopped.
You're good, you're good. Nice. Good day.
So, yes.
Almost got my stomach going right.
Yeah, it feels
But we're
alright.
staying in.
Yeah.
I think we still. The only other thing I'm thinking is that we get so used to them like reaching with stuff, knowing they can flick it out and be safe.
Yeah.
That if we can time one of them, like as you do like one of the circulars, can I do like a simultaneous, like pinky pluma kind of movement?
Yeah, I felt like my
Or
hand was getting a lot more involved last time, so I just got to work that out.
yeah. I think I'm doing more hacks at you now.
Yeah.
Or like you're getting more of these X cuts before, where I think because we're going from before we were doing the circular, I was doing a lot more thrust.
Yeah.
And when I was doing the thrust, you were doing an attack going past, and then you were just parrying that with your left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just going bang. But now if you do that same attack that's coming through, I'm doing that. It's a lot harder for you to parry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also trying to see off like maybe like one of the spines going through here as you go. If I can do that, and turn the step, like off the spine, turn it into two hands. So I still think we need to attach the closed defense somehow.
Yeah, I'm flicking. I feel like I'll flick it too far away or something.
If someone just decides to keep going forward,
Yeah.
like you'll probably parry. Like if you do your attack, so like just go slow, so I'm not walking
Yeah.
through it. But like you do your parrying and do whatever that comes through. But if they just keep coming, and they're like just like suicidal, you're gonna kill me. But some people, we always talk about like the drugged up person. Like, what if they just keep going forward? Or anyone that just has lots of forward pressure and chains offense. So I'm like, even off like these occasionally, I'm like just going, I go back to this and then go back to this again. And off that, roof block, roll, spine, roof block.
No, I'm just expanding and then retracting sort of thing.
Yeah.
I haven't moved in enough to come back. I was just
The
thinking,
timing of it.
get the left foot
It
forward.
was what you were talking about the other day. It's the
Yeah.
transition between sides.
Yeah, well, I went back from there.
Yeah, I think you were like doing a spine and then you floated across to go to the other spine and took the whole. Which I think if you go under a bit more, so if you did like one of the spines and went under that and rolled around it and then come back like, or even as you go like spine, go spine to the other side and then change.
I'm going to try it a bit faster, but not harder.
Yeah.
So I'll just,
No, you've got good control.
I feel like I'm not getting you off balance.
Yeah.
Because it's so slow, it's we're just walking in and walking out.
No, fair.
So, yeah, won't go berserk with it.
No, you're cool. You do too many shuffles on the same foot. You don't move in the foot.
Yeah. Alright. Let's get going. This way.
If your hands
I'll
off,
just start.
if your hands off the line, you're doing
I'll
these in the
start
middle.
the basic.
It gets you moving.
Yeah.
Go with your feet and your head are off.
I'll start doing
Yeah.
those first and then we'll see what happens.
It means you're not landing.
Yeah.
Listen, it's offense, defense, and baiting all simultaneously. No, I think I'm getting the step before you are.
Yeah.
I think you keep going with step, but as you as you're about to step in, I'm already stepping and it jams your range a bit.
Last time I felt like I was flowing more,
Yeah.
like reading more. I'm not reading it now or something.
Maybe you need to disconnect as well.
Yeah.
As you're pushing in, maybe I'm timing you're coming forward and I'm using it. But if you went backwards, you then have me stepping more. then you can time me coming in.
Yeah, it's something fun.
Maybe do a little bit more at the start. Still make sure your head's off the line. If you're really thinking about the spine, that seems to think people are unsafe. I'll squeeze that for 5. Keep playing with it. As I say, the only way we're going to get used to it is repetition. You see how randomly you're just stepping with a tap and getting into the range? Try that for a sec.
Last time I was doing that, I could read it as I was coming in. At the moment, I can't read it.
I think, like I said, every time I think you're about to do the step, I think I'm just getting at a beat before. Yeah, and then you don't need the step because I've done the step. Right. I just make it up to the scratch because maybe as I do it, maybe I get a slight spine in the body. And then if I'm here, you want to take a step back now.
Oh, yeah.
But even as I go back off that, so you do your one here like that. And then as I go back, maybe you get ready to like you turn that into your own touch. And then you get used to it and you follow me. Yeah. Right, see if you can pause the hand to keep the head and the body moving. It's almost like disparity based. It's like I've done this, and then I go disparity, and then I go, I feel uncomfortable, and it goes back to my parries.
was.
I think I'm reading your flow, because you flow for 4, then you go broken rhythm, then you flow for 2, then go broken rhythm.
Yeah.
I start timing your flow and go 1, 2, 3.
Now.
On the 4th, I'm stepping in.
Yeah.
Then you break the rhythm and I go, wait, what? And you're making me stop and think. And it's making me, I'm in danger now.
So that's a bit that was missing.
Yeah.
There was something in there.
So you were getting close enough, but I think you have to pause this. So when you're pausing this, make sure your head
don't
and
stop.
feet keep moving. So when you got your swagger and you have like the little one running, like punch and short legs and feet, you can keep going with this. Or and you keep moving and then go back to this.
Yeah, I'll just do a few more minutes to make sure that's a bit more
So let's do this again.
Yeah, that last minute or 30 seconds felt a bit down.
Yeah. I think it's
Before then I couldn't quite read. I don't know.
and it's not like a crazy change in speed. You probably only did like 20% different in speed, but because of the change, it throws off. Like my measurement and timing can be different.
Yeah.
Because I still think the constant circles are good, but I think there's also a point where they become almost not readable, but predictable almost. Yeah, see now I can't really do. And you're also adding more of the style footwork than you were doing at the beginning. Just saying.
Yeah.
You maybe would have had through it.
Oh,
I don't know, I kind of spined that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh Jesus, like, out of nowhere I just saw this turn, I'm like, oh wow. That's feeling way better already.
So that's fixed.
Yeah.
Whatever that was.
I can do one more minute and then
Okay,
we'll call it.
So that seems alright now, doesn't it?
Yeah. You're not detrimentally planting or walking into anything. And before it felt like I could almost just walk in.
Well, that's
now,
how I
now as I'm walking in, you're floating away. But I think maybe you went backwards vertical before.
I was
so like
doing a
you stepped towards me. Maybe you were going back and then lashing out, which gets lets me time it a bit easier.
Yeah.
But it really feels like you're circling more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least you got something recorded where I know it's working.
That's not bad. That's why these sessions are so good to record. You don't always get like good sessions filmed, but we can ditch them if they're not good. Yeah, as long as there's something that you benefit from it, it's worth it. It's good to see you from an outside perspective. You think you're doing something, and then you see it and you go, oh man. Nice, to my fingers. Once again, it's just your head movement and the rotations. It looks like there's an opening and then you put your hand through it. Yeah. Still seeing if I can mix that in.
Yeah.
Right. Especially if more off the right foot forward side. That can bring it to my hand easier. Actually, no, it still works on the other side. Definitely works on the right side more. Yeah, I stepped in, so I knew I had the cover.
Yeah.
It's feeling really nice though. I'm having to really blank out. But
yeah,
it's helping me is I trust the movement and the defense and just step in. Because once I'm in, it's really making it easier. And maybe should be less forward, a little bit more diagonal. Once your head's off the line, It makes you want to step diagonal.
Yeah.
Think diagonal. I think it's only when we're upright up here, trying to do stuff that we end up running down the wall.
That felt alright when I'm going high and low,
Yeah.
but then I need to step back.
That's
I
the
don't
same.
want to just charge
Yeah.
straight in.
That's the same like do little hunches. That's a good time. So if you can keep this level, no, I feel like if we come back up, we get stuck. Yeah. But anyway, that was awesome. Yeah. We'll continue at the gym, see which one of the boys shows up. Cheers, man.